Customs and Border Protection has released a new set of standards on how to interact with immigrants detained in their facilities. CBS 4's Ashley Custer spoke to a local immigrant rights group about those changes.
These 31 pages outline the first set of nationwide standards for U.S. Customs and Border Protection, describing how its employees should interact with those they detain.
We hope that they'll actually be implemented. We'll hope that they are going to take the steps necessary to make sure that this is not just words on paper, but a reality, because we're talking about people's lives.
These new standards on transport, escort, detention, and search, also known as TEDS, state that detainees should generally not be held for more than 72 hours in holding rooms or facilities. And when being held in these facilities, quote, officers and agents should maintain hold room temperature within a reasonable and comfortable range. Under no circumstances will officers or agents use temperature controls in a punitive manner, end quote.
One of the biggest complaints is the temperature within these facilities, that it's so cold that people just have a horrible, miserable time within these detention facilities. There's even cases that people have reported that they felt like the officers were doing it on purpose to get back at them for something, to punish them.
But that's not all. Torres says he's heard other stories from immigrants released from the facilities that has sparked concern.
Some of the stories that we've heard coming out of these facilities is that people have not been given the food that they need, or that they've been taunted with food, shown food, and then taken away, some sort of retribution. In one case, a woman told us that her baby was crying, and the officer got mad and threw milk at the baby.
Page 18 of TEDS reads, quote, food and water should never be used as a reward or withheld as punishment. These new standards also include verbiage not included in previous policies regarding gender identity and determination of gender.
It's definitely a step in the right direction, and it shows that they recognize that these problems exist, and they recognize that the community members that have been raising our voices for these types of changes. What we need to see is some sort of outside oversight, because right now, as the standards exist, there's no oversight mechanism that says that these are actually going to be put into place.
Ashley Custer, CBS 4 News, and ValleyCentral.com.
ACLU Texas released a statement saying, quote, without implementing greater oversight through an independent monitoring system or non-governmental access, these standards will continue to allow officers at our nation's largest police force to ignore constitutional rights and American values, end quote.